Greetings! Has anything special happened lately? What? Your neighbor ran away with your slippers? That's wild. Anyways, I'm here to check in with you to make sure that you're feeling fine. You're feeling okay. And I care about my family. So tell me, is there anything bugging you? I don't care. Just kidding. As you can tell, today's topic is about depression. Not being what some people like to call in state. Like sometimes, you go through your day and you feel really good. You feel like you're in a flow and everything's just going smooth. But sometimes you just don't feel like it's your day today. No matter how hard you try, everything just keeps falling apart and you end up making a lot of mistakes. People keep being rude to you and you keep on overanalyzing and overthinking, and it's a total mess. Yeah, today we're gonna talk about that. Let's address that. I know what it's like to be completely drained, and it's how you feel whenever things don't go your way. I know I feel that way. It's almost like your soul it doesn't have the energy to keep on going and put up with the day ahead. Even though you have a ton you need to do, you just don't feel the motivation to just do whatever it is you need to get done that day. And it could happen even when you're not busy, even when you have free time and you actually supposed to be enjoying your free time, but because you're depressed, you just don't want to do anything. You're like, oh, what's the point? If I were to try and explain that feeling, I would say it's when you feel out of state. Sometimes you feel good, sometimes you feel bad. It's a very rough way of simplifying this emotion. Its effects may vary for everybody. It's not the same for everyone. So the easiest way of explaining this feeling would be that you used to feel good, but you don't feel good because something happened. So something must have changed. What changed that made you feel so terrible? Sometimes it even lasts for weeks on end. Some might even struggle to explain what this feeling is. And that's perfectly fine. And there's like this whole industry for this and coaching people, helping them overcome. What was I saying? I heard a knock on the door, so I had to go check. Yeah, a lot of online gurus would teach you how to not be upset or not be depressed. For some, it may work. For some, it may not work because everybody deals with this in a different way. Everyone's coping strategy or mechanism is different. So it doesn't always work. And all these people do is they teach you how to feel good without feeling guilty, without feeling incomplete, because that is how you're made to feel whenever you're depressed. Because you overthink things, you overanalyze a lot, you compare yourself, you feel you're undeserving of love, or whatever the reason may be. There is a solution, however. And actually, it's not a solution, it's a formula. A magic formula. Making whichever state you're in your current goal. Whatever emotion that you're feeling right now, make that your current goal. Don't chase instant gratification. That is where numbing agents come in, like alcohol, drugs, smokes, and you know what else? You use them to kind of get your mind off of it, and it helps. It does not necessarily deal with the underlying issues, which is making you feel this way. And it's going to keep on happening. What you can do is, instead of running away from that feeling, make it your current goal. Let's say you're feeling bad because of whatever reason. So you want to feel good. You want to forget about it. You don't want to think about it, but it's hard because your brain is wired to kind of have that on repeat whenever you're just feeling upset and you're just not feeling like yourself. Versus, it doesn't matter how this is making me feel because it's not going to last forever. Everything here on earth has a time limit. So do feelings. Whenever we're tense, we don't want to be tense. Whenever we're afraid, we don't want to be afraid. Whenever we're sad, we want to be happy. We always seek the opposite. And that's perfectly fine. You want to feel that way. But here's what we all do. We don't give the negative feeling the time to breathe. Because if you let it breathe, it's going to affect you. And then it's just going to slowly sink away. It's going to run its course if you let it. If you hold on to it, it's going to affect you not just for a day, but for a whole week and sometimes even months and years. So next time you feel unwanted, unloved, or imperfect, next time you get hit with insecurities, remember that it's just a passing feeling that's only going to stay with you for a short period of time. Now, you should also note that every human on planet Earth is prone to this feeling. No one could just turn it off, even if they claim that they can. No matter how much you practice this, it's going to affect you, even if it affects you for a short while. It's gonna affect you. You're not a machine. You're meant to feel things. So when you're feeling sad, depressed, upset, just know or tell yourself, so what if I'm feeling upset? So what if I'm feeling depressed? It doesn't change me in any way. It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't affect me. It's just a passing thought. And it's not true. But we think it's true because society. This feeling called depression fuels self-hate, insecurities, and all the negative emotions that are out there. And it sucks, I know. So instead of trying to get rid of it completely, I almost dropped my ring. So instead of trying to get rid of it completely, diffuse it in a way so next time when it happens, it doesn't affect you as much as it does now. It only affects you if you let it. I wrote a bunch of talking points and it was all messy, so I put it through GPT and GPT just butchered the whole talking points. I don't even know what all of this is. I have to kind of take my time to now read through this and find where my talking points are. If you're writing an outline, just stick to your own words. It makes things difficult. Next time you're angry, let your anger do its thing. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Just sit with your anger, don't engage, try to de-escalate, but don't escape it. Sit with it. If you're sad, let yourself be sad. All feelings have time frames, like I said. They're never gonna last forever. But we decide how long they affect us. It could last for a day, it could last for a week, or it could last for months or years. It's your job to find reasons to dismantle whatever misconception you have that's making you feel this way. And trust me, there are so many. Because society is designed in a way to always have you comparing yourself to others. And reinforcing that belief that you're not good enough, that you're not perfect, that you make a bunch of mistakes, you're pathetic, you don't deserve love. That is not true. And your job is finding reasons, reference experiences, and whatever you could find. So remember, you're not broken for feeling low. Society is making you believe that you always need to be happy, or else something's wrong with you, which is not true. You're meant to feel different emotions. And in time, you're supposed to let go of these emotions so they don't stick with you forever. Same thing applies to happiness. You'll notice, since it's a good emotion, you don't even think about when that feeling fades. It just automatically does its thing and leaves. You don't always feel happy, right? Let's say something good happens. It only lasts for, let's say, a day, and poof, it vanishes. The same way you have to treat your anger, your insecurities, your fear, or what have you. Story time? Story time. I used to be super harsh on myself for making mistakes. I treated every stutter, every grammatical error, or, I used to believe that I had this health bar. In my mind, I used to think that it drains every time I do something wrong. And it was a very hurtful misconception because not only is it damaging, it also somehow creates this belief that I'm not allowed to make mistakes. And if I do make mistakes, there is something wrong. And so to avoid making mistakes, all I have to do is not act. Just lie there, do nothing, remain quiet, don't take risks, don't speak, don't learn. It was completely wrong, but at that time, I thought that I should be doing these things to kind of protect myself from disappointment and depression. But boy, was I wrong. I would let these emotions get the best of me. I would hide sometimes for weeks whenever I do something wrong. And also, I did not have good friends around me at that time. And, well, I live in a Desi household, so you know how your parents can be. They don't give a shit about your mental health. If anything, they're gonna just destroy you from the inside. It's a concept that's completely unfamiliar to them, and they would never talk about it. And I don't blame them for it anymore, because now I have this healthy mindset that kind of gives me a realistic understanding of how they feel and what they think mental health is. Now I deal with this in a lot better way, I would say. I'm not saying I'm invincible. No one is, okay? Every human is going to experience this. But how long they're going to experience is completely different. It's vastly different. And it depends on how much you're able to train yourself. There will be instances that would be pretty unforgettable, and you will remember them from time to time. And every once in a while, it's like it's gonna flare up. And that's perfectly natural, by the way. But if you're able to shake them off within a day, perfect. You're making progress. It's just how you train your mind to do it. Your job is to find ways to sit with your feeling and just let it do its thing. All while realizing that everything that you feel isn't true. Everything that people say to you isn't true. Your worth is not determined by others' opinion of you. Only you know you, and it's okay to love yourself. And I know you're gonna be like, okay, that's kind of hard to do. I don't love myself. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But you have to. Not just... Actually, I have a problem with the word loving yourself. Instead of saying that, I just say respect yourself. Respect your boundaries. Respect your opinions, the decisions you make, and most importantly, respect your feelings, because they're also valid. Whether it's anger, whether it's insecurities and whatnot. But they are not all true. Ever since I started working on myself, I learned a whole lot. So it's definitely a journey that will keep on going until the way you perish. And you're going to keep messing up. You're going to keep on making mistakes, and you just have to accept that. You just have to give it all you got. And it does affect your day-to-day life a ton. Like I said, it used to affect me for a whole week, but now I'm just able to shake things off. And it doesn't affect me the way it used to. But it still stings a little bit. And that's perfectly okay. That's okay. That's okay. I forgot to say who I am. I'm VALF. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. Think fast. Stone, paper, scissors. If I won, you have to like the video and hype it. Maybe leave a comment. If you won, leave a dislike. That way I would know. I'm a voice actor and a video editor. If you want my services, feel free to reach out to me. The links are in the description. If I'm not overbooked, I will respond fairly quickly. Sorry to hear about your neighbors stealing your slippers. I hope you get them back. And yeah, remember the things we talked about. Stay safe out there. I'll see you very soon.